Hey guys, Mike's Gettin Greasy Garage, and we got the floor pans done. So black stuff is seam sealer, just a very light coat over the welds, just in case there's any pinholes. I don't want any moisture getting inside the car. Moisture is what created the problem in this car, and so I'm just sealing up everything, and then where it looks like black paint, that's actually stuff similar to POR 15. So I sprayed that down just to make sure that that back section of floor won't. It had a little bit of surface rust on it, but I want to make sure that that stopped it. So put that on. But yeah, I put seam sealer over all of anywhere where there was a seam or a weld joint. You can see up here. It's kind of dark in here. Sorry for the lighting, but just spread it over, nice even coat, over the spot weld holes, right here. Now, I do have to come back and do this sill plate, but that's outside work. That's not twisting around, bending over constantly. But yeah, anyway, they're done. Nice and solid. No oil canning. Went underneath on the backside, and anywhere that needed it, I flushed off the welds and put a very fine coat of seam sealer over that as well. And then I'll go ahead and undercoat the whole floor underneath the floor pan. So, and this inside here, where it's gray metal now, we'll get a coating of bed liner. The center has already been done. It's just kind of discolored because it's dirty from from shop dust, but none of this matters anyway because it all goes underneath the carpet. Well, let me rephrase that. It gets bed liner over it, then it'll get insulated, and over the top insulation there's going to be carpet. So yeah, real happy this is done. This is a lot of work. There's easier ways to do it. I don't agree that the easier ways are necessarily better. If I had the option, I think a full floor pan would have been the way to go on this car because of the amount of rust. I mean, let's face it, all you're left with is just the transmission tunnel. It's all the way down both sides with some patch panels, other pieces. So a whole floor pan and toe boards would have been appropriate. But again, they don't make them for these cars, or at least they didn't 8 months ago when I ordered the pans. There was so much to do on this car that I didn't get right to it, but yeah, it's a full build, that's for sure. But yeah, I'm really happy with how this turned out. Looks good, everything's even. All the lines are even. All the floor braces are welded good and solid. And then underneath, around all the floor braces, basically where there's an edge, they're seam sealed. So, yeah, seam sealer's cheap, and it's just good preventative for moisture and rust or anything. And then, like I say, everything gets coated on each side over the top of this. So realistically, you'll never even know this is here because I didn't put it thick. It's just nice smoothed out coats. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, this will be the last floor pan video, I promise. And now the floors are done. Once I coat them, next day or two we'll get to that. We'll finish welding up the four-link in the rear, and then we'll cut out the leaf springs. And then it's on to finishing the plumbing in the car, i.e. fuel return and brake line to the rear. Yeah, I'm hoping like Monday or Tuesday to get the engine in this thing for final. So, but with getting the carport and everything, I had to that took a few days to move everything around, get vehicles shifted around outside. Uh, you know, yeah. So we're making progress. Now that the floor pan's done, I'll also drill the hole for the steering shaft, and we'll get that all put together. I'll put the dash in and drop the steering column in, and yeah, not long, and we'll be putting glass in the doors. It gets all new glass in the side doors, so. But yeah, come along, progress, and yeah. So, like I say, the only other part of the floor to do is just this, but that's a sill. That's not a floor or top of the rocker. So, anyway, guys, if you would, like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff helps out the channel. And I'm gonna go into dinner. It's like 6:30 now. I've been in the shop since 5:30 this morning. Been a long day, but this stuff takes time, and when you're a one-man operation, you know some of this stuff would have been nice to have a shop helper to farm it out too, but I'm not in that position, so I get to do the flunky jobs and the fun stuff. But anyway, I'm out of here. Stay greasy, my friends. No more floor pans.